Bousman and Stevens should be a huge, as the Senators run on the field there, it should be a huge momentum thing for the Senators tonight. Hopefully they can stay healthy, hit the holes hard. I do believe that front line is going to cause some havoc.
And that's just, I mean, the Senators, for a 1A school, they are very big up front and they're very experienced. You know, we've got, five linemen that are 240, 250 plus. So they're a big load to handle up front. To run your offense through. And then at the second level, you meet Glenn Rankin, who's Mr. Knock Your Helmet Off.
Yeah.
And
.com, as I call him.
Yeah. And Charles Madden, who played nose guard last year as a linebacker now.
He's just a bad man.
So it's it's a pick your poison. Where do you want to run? Where do you want to go with that crew? So like I said, the line is going to be where this game is won or lost. I think around in the skill position as they're called, it's going to be pretty even, but the line is going to be what's going to make the difference for the game.
And you do see the 279 yards for Bousman rushing the ball, and 422 for McFeeters and 341 for Stevens.
So it's a three-headed monster running the ball. We really haven't seen the Senators really throw the ball that well this year yet, but when Holden has a hot game, he's going to put up 250 yards in the air.
And let me tell you, 20 for 29 right now. He's averaging 128 yards per game passing, but you look at his yards per game rushing. He's yards per carry. 93 yards per game rushing there. His average carry is 10.7 yards.
Yeah.
So he's going a la Michael Vick out there. With the Atlanta Falcons there, it reminds me of T.J. Duncan and Warwick Dunn when they were Team DVD there. So we see that. So the Senators will be receiving this first half kickoff. They're going to be heading towards the scoreboard there in the north end zone, I believe that is.
Yes.
And the Paoli there in their white jerseys with purple pants and gold helmets will be headed towards Mr. Akers' room there in the south end zone. Kicking off for Paoli will be number 76, Chris Nunez. And he was booting. He had a pretty good boot out there as we look at it early on during warm-ups there. Back deep to receive is Bobby Stevens and Ethan Roberts.
I believe that's Roper on the other side, isn't it?
Roper, or I believe so. Here we go. Nunez with the kick. And we are underway. And it is a pooch kick, but it's going to go right down to Roberts. Roberts off his hands. He picks it up, dusts it off. He's got a couple blockers. He's going to bust through the first line. Ethan Roberts has got it going. He's going. He's still on his feet at the 44-yard line. He comes down.
Nice run by Ethan. Picked that ball up off his hands. Senators are going to start in Ram territory at the 44.
Roberts with about a 36-yard return there to start the game. And that is a huge way to start this game for the Senators. They'll start on their own 44.
Senators go with double tight, Bobby to the close side, Parker Green out to the far side as you're looking on the screen with Roper in the backfield to the side of Bousman.
And right here, Stevens in motion. It's going to be a quick, and then we've got some movement.
We've got movement on the
It looks as
on
if
the line. I believe it's going to be on the Rams. They're already walking the other way.
And Bryce Brown there with the big hand hand clapping, telling us there was a penalty. Goes the way of the Rams on that one.
Those of you watching at home, we're running some new software for our scoreboard, so it could be a little jumpy all over the place.
Once again, Stevens in motion. This time, Bousman with the direct keep. He's going to cut up inside. He's got daylight. He's got one man to beat, and he is pulled down right there at the 24-yard line.
Pulled down by number 5, Austin Benalis.
20-yard gain for Bousman. What a great keep there. You watch the defensive line swing towards Stevens, and then Holden cuts back in off of, I believe that was Jaron Roll there. Here we go.
Yeah.
Quick snap to Stevens. Stevens is going to take off. He's got some blockers, and he's going to cut inside. He's going to cut back in even more, and he's going to be in the end zone.
Touchdown, Senators.
23-yard score for Bobby Stevens on the second offensive play of the night for the Senators.
I don't see any flags on the field, so that one's going to stand. West Washington leads 6-0 early.
And just like that, 2 plays, 1 penalty, and the Senators are in the end zone as they look to Coach Dwayne Nance here for the call for this 2-point conversion play here. Stevens out wide. On the other side, I believe, is Parker Green. And it is going to be a handoff to McFeeters. He can walk in there.
Nice job by McFeeters to get in. Makes the score 8-0. 11:32 left to go here in the first quarter of play. We're going to jump away, get a quick commercial message from Channel Seed Brady Bishop, and we'll be back in just a moment. Bishop Seed is more than just seed sales. They're a multifaceted business. Owner Brady Bishop is a channel seedsman who knows your fields and can recommend an elite product designed to perform in your area and maximize the profitability of every acre on your farm. Bishop Seeds also offers chemical sales for the ever-expanding chemical industry and a variety of cover crops to help keep erosion down and yield up. They also offer climate field view so you can make a data-driven decision to maximize the return on every acre. Reach out and give Brady a call at 812-620-4624. Back to action here. Jake Strange back to boot this one away.
Jake averaging 41 yards, Craig, on his kickoffs. Here we go, and he is up, and he has got a high liner over the middle, and that's going to be picked up by Braxton Elliott. Elliott's going to cut to the inside, and he is going to be going to find some daylight.
He's got a huge over there.
He's got a huge seam. He's cutting back up the middle. Jake Strange, the only man left, and he is going to drop him there at about the 33-yard line.
That's going to hurt the net average there.
Yeah.
Jake kicked it probably close to 50 yards, but it's going to be about a -1 yard.
Now, I'm going to tell you, the Senators have 2 key injuries on 2 big special teams players, in Kai Struther and Victor Young.
Correct.
And you think about those little things you see there. So they're going to start the ball on their own 34-yard line. Check that. And they're going to be in their traditional triple option here, and motion goes inside. It's going to be a handoff to number 24, and he is going to get nowhere.
Nope.
That was Trey Rominger.
Rominger, a freshman who we're going to hear a lot of in the next couple of years. He's quite an athlete on the football field along with the basketball floor. So
definitely. You see some athletes that come through there with this system, and Coach Dittmer puts it together. It's kind of a mix of what they've seen, not like trying to rewrite the book like they did last year. So here we go. Little under center, Dittmer behind him out wide for Brown, for Paoli. And there's the motion. It's a pitch outside.
Pitch out wide.
He's got some daylight. He might get Jake Strange.
Jake Strange going to get there and bring him down after the first down carry.
Yeah, Jake pulling a Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic there, and somehow stretched his arm, elongated his arm enough there to pull him down.
Well, the 6'5" frame of Jake definitely helps with that.
So we see right here, riding the quick is going to be Little, and they're not going to waste any time. Oh, we got a timeout. It looks like it's going to be an official timeout as they're trying to figure out what's going on here. I think the chains
were getting set, so they're going to reset
the
clock.
We do shout out to all of our great chain gang over there, Mr. Sullivan, Mr. Walker, Mr. Tankersley, and Mr. Rosenbaum. So here we go. The Rams looking to score quick. Motion in, and it's going to be
a keep by Little.
But, man, I tell you what, you look right there.
There's Bryce Brown.
And Landon Pearson on the other side took the fullback down just for safe measure. So
that's one of those when you just look and you compare size of the Senators line to the Rams line. There's really not a comparison. The Senators are just bigger up front.
I know you're a big fan of wrestling, so it's like almost somebody going up 2 weight classes, right?
Yeah.
So here we go, and Rominger's really tight. I mean, he is so tight on him right there. It's going to be the snap, and it's going to be a handoff to him. He's going to turn the lengths. He's going to get a couple yards, but not before he is brought down by a whole platoon of Senators there. I see Andrew Lewis in there. I see Glenn Rankin, Mr. .com himself there, and Bryce again.
And that's the thing when they run this triple option, you can really clog that middle up with those, down linemen, and then your backers fill those holes, which is what Glenn did on that play. He filled a hole to eliminate any option of going up the middle.
You're right. Here we go. Big third down for the Senators. It'll be 3rd down and 8 here for the Rams, as they're going to be looking to try to keep this thing going. They're in 4-down territory, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They do have a good field goal kicker. So here's going to be the sweep to the outside of Rominger. And, oh, man, we had all kinds of guys. We had him dead to rights in the backfield, but he is going to be dropped. It's going to be close, but no.
I don't know that he got the first down.
Wow, but he's going to be close. And I saw Bryce Brown and I saw Landon Pearson come through, and it looked as if, man, they just could not get that extra step there.
Going to be 4th and about 1.
They'll be going for it here. I would definitely say that out of this, you can pick your poison if you want to hand it off and see if the hole's there. If not, then take it yourself if you're the quarterback.
All right.
So here we go. Will that big line that we've talked about, can the Senators hold strong? Little under center. He's going to take the snap. And there's the motion. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to keep. And he is going to get the first down.
Still churning.
But not before he gets demolished by a couple there. I tell you what, Mike Leach is one that I really want to be able to call his name, and Charles Madden there.
And that's a tribute to Mike Leach that we don't get to call his name a whole lot, because most teams tend to run away from Mike.
Yes.
Which works nice for Jake because they run right into Jake.
And that's one thing I will say about Landon Pearson. He's done an excellent job this year with people going the opposite off of not wanting to go towards Jake Strange and going towards Landon. Landon's really came up a lot this year.
Yeah.
All righty. And they are going they got the Twins out to the left. There's motion to that side. And it's going to be a handoff, but Rominger is not going to.
There's Mike.
There's Mike.
There's Big Mike. We say most of the time they don't run to his side, and then it happens right there.
And that's just a senior versus a freshman there saying, please get to the back of that buffet line. I would not want to cut with any of these guys, that's for sure. I saw the team out tonight. I stepped by El McGee there in Salem to pick up my food, and all of a sudden I hear my name yelled. The entire team is back there eating. So they are well fed here, West Washington. So let's see what happens here.
Going to be 2nd and 9.
The motion in, and it's going to be a quick pitch outside. Oh, Billy! Roper McFeeters just dropped him for a standing 10 count.
Those of you at home get to relive that hit. Roper is going to come from his safety position and greet the Paoli running back.
Sawyer Livingston, the bus that hitches, named Lee Roper McFeeters. And he is on the sidelines with his helmet off. He is on the ground over there. Oh, my goodness. That is how hard of a hit he just tucked from McFeeters. And it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Rams. Watch for through the air here, Craig.
Yeah, this is where
the time.
You can see.
This is the time where you're going through the air if you're going to go. And it is going to go up in the air. And it's quick. It's going to be up, and that's going to be caught. And it's going to be stopped just short of the looks like the first down marker, and I'm waiting to see the spot there. We're on a very tight angle. So I'm going to say it's going to be about they're getting the first down marker up, but I think it's actually shorter than that.
Yeah, I think it's short. I think it's going to be
hopefully
4th.
4th down.
4th down and 1.
4th and 1, yeah, they flipped the he actually there it is.
There it is.
There we
flipping
go.
Him back.
Flipping it back there. We had a phantom first down there. All right, so a big play here. Motion in, and it's going to be up there. Oh, we got movement all over the place.
Movement all over the place. Don't know who that's going to be called on.
I see 62 there for Cameron Meehan. Looked like he was off sides because he jumped. Well, so a lot of movement in the backfield there. And that's when you get that big, huge play there. And I knew there was going to be a throw on the next play because everybody's all jacked up. Well, we're just going to throw it over you.
Yeah. Which is where the Senators have been picked on.
Yes.
If that's the spot that you're going for, it's through the air.
Yeah. Young Braxton Sprouse out there, it looks like at corner.
Yeah.
And Braxton's a sophomore, but he's still about the size of a freshman out there, so he's got some growing to do. So that's something we see real quick here in 14 there. I'm telling you, Dexter Brown, I look for his name to be called again here. They've also got Braxton Elliott over here. It's going to be a quick pitch. It's going to be a dump over the middle. It's going to be intercepted or?
Intercepted by, is that Holden?
Nope,
that's Roper.
Roper
with the interception. So it's going to come out to the 20.
Hey, that's a great interception.
That's a good interception on a 4th down. You get the interception. You come back out to the 20. Senator's going to take over. At the 20.
Craig, I once watched a play that was totally somebody threw a lob up, and we intercepted it once at one of my previous schools. And I was like, and the kid was so excited. I was like, yeah, if you just let it drop, we would have got the ball 40 yards down the field.
Yeah.
And so then we had a safety on the next play and lost. And so here we go. The Senators are cooking with that INT by Roper McFeeters.
So we see a new formation here. Jake out wide.
Yeah, trying to find that mismatch there on number 10, Ike Baker.
Kenton Chase into the game.
And it's going to be a quick toss, and Jake is up. That ball is a wobbler, but Jake, he comes
Jake
back.
was there, got his hands on it, but unable to bring it in.
Brandon Cook with just enough of his shoulder there. I don't know if he knew he was anywhere near the ball. And really the first bad ball I've seen Holden Bowsman throw in a while. So it was.
Oh, we got laundry on the field.
Laundry on the field, and it's against the. Wow.
Against the Rams. I didn't see what the call was, but we're moving.
I'm going to say it looks like a pass interference, sir, because that's moving it.
Yeah, it moved 15 yards. So.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely. And Holden with that home run ball. If you're going to try that, you try it on first down.
Yeah.
All righty.
Senator's going to take over again, 1st and 10.
T formation right here, and it's going to be handoff to Stevens. Stevens cuts back, and he's got somebody has to pull him down around the waist. If you can get around Bobby Stevens like that, you're a strong man.
Gains about 5 on that carry. Bobby, the senior, churning legs, picking up yards any way he can. So picks up 5 there.
We brought up last week that Bobby looks like one of those players like you would create on a Madden game or NCAA football like back in like 2007.
True.
That's kind of blocky looking. T backfield there. Parker Green wide right there, and it's going to be a handoff to McFeeters. McFeeters sweeps, and he's going to cut back in, and he's got one man to go. He's off and running, and we are in the end zone. No whammies, no whammies.
Touchdown Senators.
60 yards for Roper McFeeters.
Roper with that nice breakaway speed, able to get out in front, helped along by Bobby Stevens throwing that lead block out in front.
Yeah, and then the cutback, the acknowledgement of that lane that was there, that he's just like, I'm going to take this, and the acceleration, I don't know if we got that on a replay or not there for our fans, but man, he hit another gear.
Yep. So Senators out 14-0. And looks like we're going to line up and go for 2.
4:47 left here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's helping us out there. Oh, it is. Okay, good. All right. As we look, I tell you what, Mr. Akers got some great technology here. I know he's got it. It's amazing what we can do here. And the centers they got all kinds of confusion here.
They're going to substitute in a player.
Okay.
Looks like Kenton Chase coming in.
And they're going to take a timeout there. So while they take a timeout, we're going to hear a quick word from one of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors, by the way.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. And they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. And stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back to Art Sanders Field in West Washington live stream, which is also streamed on the official home of West Washington Radio, WWSR. We are excited to be with you, Brad Mills and Craig Akers. We are 4:47 left here in the first quarter. The Senators leading 14-0. They're going to be going for 2 points here. After a little confusion there, Craig had to kind of reset everybody.
It was one of those. They had the wrong package in. They finally got the right package in, but then didn't have the right play in. So it was quite a confusion there on what was going on. And
I coached junior high football, so I know all that all too well. T backfield here of Stevens and McFeeters, and it's going to be a handoff to McFeeters. He's going to cut in and go right behind. I don't think anybody ever touched him.
Well, that's the perk of having that really big offensive line. So,
and if I'm Roper, I'm going to have to buy those guys dinner before the end of the year.
So we're going to step aside, have a commercial break from Stuart Seed, Michael Trueblood, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Your success is Stuart Seed's success. That's the idea behind their 100% replant eligible program for grower customers. You deserve peace of mind even during an unpredictable season. Maximizing your profit potential comes down to identifying challenges and capitalizing on opportunities. Stuart Seed's agronomy library keeps you up to date with local agronomy insights to help you navigate through the season. Our team members make it a priority to work with your unique needs to find the best solution available. Get to know everyone on our team, from the field sales representatives to our technical agronomists. Building trusted relationships starts with sharing what we know with our Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio neighbors just like you. Stay up to date on the latest local agronomy updates, harvest communication, and news from Stewart Seeds. Let's keep in touch, because that's what neighbors do. Contact Michael Trueblood at 812-620-3311.
Welcome back to West Washington live stream as Jake is going to be kicking off there. Strange looking in after a 16-0 lead for the Senators, and that's going to be a low line drive kick. He's going to kick it directly to Braxton Elliott, who had a great run. He's going to pick it up on about the 8-yard line, and he's going to shake and bake, and he's going to blow through 2, 3, 4 Senators, and before the kicker himself drops him down there at the 44-yard line.
That's one of those perks of having Jake as the kicker. 6'2", 260, or sorry, 6'5", 260 is going to be a plenty big hit for anybody coming back, to get by our kicker. It's
Elliott's got about 80 yards on 2 returns.
Yeah.
So he's liable to break one. I would not kick it his way. I don't know. So here we go. The Rams are under center there. They're trying to combat this woe as the Senators are going to bring the house, it looks like here. And there's the motion to this side. It's going to be a handoff to Rominger, and he is met.
He's met.
Whoa, that was a play that I saw Charles Madden look a little lost on, and he swung around and there was nobody there, but he looks, and Andrew Lewis and Bryce Brown have already pulled the guy down.
Yep, it's one of those. The Senators have seen this triple option or the veer, quite a bit as they've been coming up. It's an offense that they've seen in junior high, probably not to this level, but then these seniors have played 3-4 years against the veer. So
and Jake Strange has to come out. There was some issues with something with his equipment. They pointed him out. They sent him out. So Kent Chapman over there looks like he's got blood or something on his pants right here. They're going to try to get that out. So that's going to put Hunter Thompson in. He's going to swing in at defensive end? Or are they going to swing him? Where is he going? This is one thing Gibby's looking, so he might just, okay.
So they're going to switch to a 4-front.
4-front there. A 4-4. And that's...
Jake may be bleeding from his knee.
Knee, okay. That makes more sense. All right, here he goes. Oh, man, Rominger stuffed by Big Mike.
Big Mike meets him in a hole. That's not going to work out well for Rominger meeting Big Mike in a hole.
No, you don't want to meet him on a dark alley
or at a buffet table.
No, we talked about that.
I walked by the guidance office earlier today, and I saw it was a Big Mike Leach rug on the floor in the guidance office. He was stretched out on the floor doing some homework on his Chromebook, and he took up the entire floor of the guidance office.
Mike goes to school with some of these kids from Paoli because he's in the law enforcement class, so this is a big pride game for him, he told me. So here we go. The Senators are going to see some motion. It's going to be a pass. No, it's going to be a quick pitch outside, and Elliott's going to be met there by, oh, man, Hunter Thompson coming in, and then you see Grayson McCoy and Charles Madden and Glenn.com rankings again.
So it's going to be 4th down and looks like about 8 here.
Wow, and just like that, Paoli has went to 4th down, and it's going to be 2:50 left here in the first quarter. Senators leading 16-0. Got to remember that for our radio fans. Got to do that. And so we are going to see them. They're going to think long and hard, and they are going to go for it. I would say you about have to right here, because you cannot give it back to this explosive.
Well, it looks like they're going to be in a short punt formation.
Yeah, short punt here, so this could be quick. But I think he's going to try to pop it over here, and it's going to be a pass, and it's going to be right over the middle, but it's going to be incomplete. I don't see any flags.
Senators going to take over on downs at the 49, 48.
Yeah. I tell you what, Craig, one of the things when we play these teams with yellow, I always look for that color yellow.
Yeah, and it's hard to do when there's helmets out there that are...
Valley had a young man last week who had yellow shoes, and those should be outlawed. I don't know who he was.
They make you faster.
They do, but he should not have had them, and it feels like the first half of the season, all I see is the color yellow, because we have Eastern, And everybody, it seems like, has a yellow. Mitchell
Mitchell
all right,
had some yellow on.
the tee back for. It's going to be a handoff to Bobby. Bobby cuts through
Bobby
the
with
outside.
a hole,
and Bobby
turns, goes over the top of number 11.
Of an Ike Baker there.
Baker. Going to be close to the first down. I think that's going to be a gain of 9.
Stevens with a gain of 9 there to start us off. Not a bad way there.
2:08 left to go. 2nd and 1. Ball on the 38.
Stevens going to cut out wide here to wide receiver Parker Green over to the right as Holden looks for the sun over here. He just gets the sun right in his face, which is nothing compared to the other side. I'll tell you that. I've coached enough games over on that side. All right, Stevens in motion. It's going to be a quick flip to him, and he's going to cut up the inside. He's got one guy rolling him down, but not before he can get that first down.
That's a nice jet sweep. A little different than we've run that jet sweep in the past. We've always tried to get out past our.
Are you telling me
wide
Bobby
receiver.
Stevens wants to run through people?
Well, Bobby is going to cut that up sooner than what Harrison Sanford or Farmer would have last year. So
yeah,
we see a double stack
over
here with
Kenton
Jake
Chase
and Kenton Chase.
Yes.
Bobby on the far side, Roper in the backfield.
Ken, that X factor here sometimes. Let's see what happens. It's going to open it up, though. For Ken, it's going to go up, and he's going to, that's going to be an interception right in front of him there by number 14, Dexter Brown, and he's going to bring it down about the 9-yard line, it looks like. INT.
That's one of those passes that Holden knows that he should have thrown that over Kenton.
To where only your guy was going to get it.
Only your guy's going to get it, or it's going to be incomplete. Holden, knows that, caught up in the game, trying to go for the home run ball there, and just was out of position to be able to get that, where only his receiver can get it.
So hopefully his defense here, he just came off the field. That's one thing you got to worry. We got a minute 16 left here in the first quarter, so we do have a break coming up, but maybe we can see a little magic here out of the defense trying to make a big play. And it's going to be a pitch to the outside for the Rams, and Parker Green can't bring him down, but and there comes Charles out of nowhere. Kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin in the old Raw days there.
Yeah, Jake does a nice job of stopping it, and Parker does a nice job of stopping it. Jake's there to clean it up, doesn't quite get it done, and then Charles is there to finish it off.
Wow, great plays there as we see right as we're going here, and we got some. Okay, no, I thought there was a little confusion with the sideline, just looking for some calls there from Coach Gibson. Send it out, and that's going to give us 2nd and 7 here. 1:10 left, 16-0 West Washington. And that's going to be inside to Rominger, and he is going to be pulled down. They were so far in the backfield. Marty Higgins there, who appeared to be one of the guards or tackles, was pulled down with the runner.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to see. The line is able to, stop the run and bring down the lineman along with the back back coming through the hole.
Mike Leach coming off here as they go to 4-4 stack there. Hunter Thompson in, so we're going to see what's going on there. They're going to figure it's going to be outside more than inside here, and they're going to give Charles the inside there, and it's going to be a pass over the middle, and it's going to be dropped. And I tell you what, if I had Charles Madden and Glenn Rankin, if I was coming over that middle,
I wouldn't want to meet either one of them coming across the middle.
Nothing against Harrison or Chase. They were always right on people as corners. But, man, I'm telling you, I would not want to be in that situation right there. So we got a 4th and 6 here. Man, the Senators better get some guys off the field. Paoli might hurry up and snap this. They've got all kinds of confusion.
Holden going to go over to the far side and cover a receiver.
McFeeder's back wide. It's 26.3 left here in the first quarter. It's going to be a quick hit and up for Little. McFeeders is going to field it on the 49. He's going to drop it. He picks it up between his legs. And still gets
gains about 4 on that. Nice job by McFeeders to save that after it hit him, and then it
little basketball play there between the legs there.
Tumbled to the ground. So 17.2 Senators do take over on the 44-yard line.
Kind of scary there for a second. I said there was nothing good about that play. We were out of position as you see Stevens and Parker Green over to the right. I'm telling you, Bobby could sneak past somebody here on that side.
Yeah.
As much as a guy of Bobby's size can sneak past somebody, he's going to here. Quick snap.
Holden's going to keep.
And he's got some yards right in front of him. He's got a lot of green.
A little shake and bake action.
And he's going, and he's going to be rode out of bounds there at about the
17, 18.
Yep.
Oh, they're going to spot it at the 20.
So he goes for a 24-yard gain there for the Senators, and that's going to leave 8 seconds left on the clock here. Holden says, I don't need to pass it. I'm just going to run it.
Tuck it and take off. So 8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play.
And we see McFeeters is going to be dotting the right there behind him, while Stevens and Green are going to be to the left side. And there was some movement by the Rams, but man, McFeeters with another level there. He's going to drop this down too close to a first down there. And that is going to bring us, I say it's going to bring us to the end of the quarter.
2.4, they stopped the clock. It may be.
Maybe to get the chain set, and then they'll wind it here. And I don't think the Senators are going to snap.
Senators aren't going to be able to get off another play here. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from Edward Jones, Ryan Kemp. We'll be back in just a moment.
The recent market volatility has affected just about everybody's financial and investment situations. So if you're planning on retiring soon, will it still be possible? Of course, with many people's jobs being affected by the coronavirus pandemic, your retirement plans may have been thrown into confusion. But assuming your employment is stable, you'll need to review your retirement goals and progress you've made towards achieving them, so you can determine what moves, if any, you need to make. Then ask yourself some questions. For starters, are you flexible enough to make some changes to your retirement lifestyle? If you can find a way to make it less costly, you may not need to change your current investment strategy significantly. Also, if necessary, are you willing to work longer than you had originally projected so that you can put more money into your IRA or 401k? Here's another question. When should you take Social Security? The longer you wait, the bigger your monthly payments. Even in the midst of uncertainty, you still have choices. Consider them carefully and make the decision that works for you. For more information, contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Ryan Kemp at 812-620-5604. Member SIPC.
Back to action here at Art Sanders Field on the West Washington Schools complex. The Senators out 16-0 starting quarter number 2 over the Paoli Rams. First quarter was all Senators.
Yeah, you definitely see some huge runs there in the first half. 23-yard touchdown run by Bobby Stevens, and a 60-yarder by Roper McFeeters, and they're knocking on the door here again for a third score. And can the Rams regroup here and kind of come up? We saw a turnover by the Senators early as Bowsman went deep for Ken Chase, but just couldn't get it over the defender there. And Paoli's shown a lot of signs. They've got a lot of good athletes out there, just a little undersized for this play. All right, T-backfield to Stevens and McFeeters. It's going to be a keep by Bowsman. Bowsman's going to cut over the middle, and he's going to find pay dirt.
He's in for a touchdown. Nice run there by Holden.
7-yard touchdown for Bowsman. And just like that, the Senators have jumped out to a 22-0 lead over the Paoli Rams here at Art Sanders Field. And 11:55 left here in the second quarter as the Rams are going to have to adjust as the Senators are throwing a double wide there. They got Parker Green and then Jake Strange. I'm willing to bet they're going to try to throw Jake a jump ball here.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sign. 6'5" out wide.
Well, and to the credit, I believe the best receiver for Paoli there, Dexter Brown, is on him. Now we got a penalty, but it's
Jake going to jog to the other side of the.
As they go to the double tight set there. So here we go. And Parker's still out there, the little lonely polecat, but it's going to be McFeeters again. McFeeters is going to go in. And yes, he does.
He gets in, so that moves the score 24-0 for the Senators. We're going to stick with you here through this change.
And Roper got held out of the end zone last week. He did. He did not. He had a lot of yards. I don't know the exact number. I know looking on the year here, you look at what he's run for. It is something that you just like, wow, he just keeps getting better and better. 422 yards. He had over 100 yards rushing last week alone. So he's definitely finding his way to get in the end zone this week.
This is one of those matchups that the Senators look forward to every year. Paoli has had some really good teams. In the past decade, the Senators have kind of owned the series over the past few years. but the overall series, really is fairly even. Paoli has 20 wins, where the Senators have 15. Last year, the Senators did go to Paoli and win that game there, 34-30. A lot closer than what a lot of people thought it was going to be. But this is a different year, different time.
That was a statement game last year.
It was. It
that was the one and that's where Mason Armstrong became Mason Armstrong.
Right.
My slow motion highlight of that was the biggest play for me all year.
Well, and it's funny because if we really talk about it, that was the game that Mason really kind of took over and made a really strong run there in the third quarter, and then 2 weeks following went down to Perry and scored, I believe it was 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns. Is that a school record?
I don't know if it is or not.
As Jake's going to kick it off here, and he's going to kick it right at the left side, number 12 there, for Livingston there. Livingston's back in. He's got some yards.
That's one of those. I've said to Mason a couple of times, if he wanted to pick somewhere to live and play high school football, it should be down at Perry Central, because he played really well in the sectional game and played really well during the regular season. So
on the frozen tundra of Leopold Field down there,
it was definitely cold there for sectional. So
I brought up good memories of that. And we were in the warm press box,
yes.
So I'm not going to complain. So here we go as the Rams are going to go. It's a flip out to Livingston. He's going to have some green, but then it goes down. And then let's go. What's going on here? I think somebody cut Grayson McCoy down, and that's what we got. So I'm willing to bet this coming back.
We're going to see where this one goes.
I thought for a second there Dexter Brown was actually going to try to pick up the flag. I don't know if that would be another penalty.
I don't know.
Would that be? I presume you get unsportsmanlike if you did that to an official. So face mask against. Whoa. Okay.
That's a new one. I've not seen a face mask on the offense. You don't see that called very much, but
maybe that's because the concussions and worrying about that. Like you see you can stiff arm, but you can't. Wow. Okay.
So going to replay first down.
Okay. And Livingston, glad to see he's back after he did take a hit from Roper McFeeters there.
So that's going to be 1st and 13.
And I don't know if anybody knows this. Grayson McCoy, a true freshman, has been out here pretty well the whole game, and he played a lot against Valley. So there's the motion to the left side, and it's going to be a pass. And Little's going to drop back, and Jake Strange says, I want to be in the sack club there, and he does. He implants him in the ground.
Jake says, welcome to Campbellsburg, even though Carson Little literally lives just up the street, probably 3.5 miles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he could always, I'll plead the fifth there. He's that's tough right there. That it is so it looks like it widened open and then the Red Sea just crashed on him. The Red Sea there.
Jake did a very nice job of reading that as a pass, and it wasn't coming his way, so then he fell back to the middle.
Yeah, as we go here, and it's going to be inside of Rominger, and he is going to be brought down.
He's going to be brought down.
And you see as we hear somebody up top throwing something down.
Yeah, not happy with the way that the offense is blocking there. They had 3 or 4 linemen downfield ready to set up a wedge to get Rominger free, but Rominger didn't get past the line. So
and you see the 3rd and long. Michael Leach getting so mad on 3rd and long. He's got to come out because we've got to go to a 4-4 because they're probably going to be passing it. I don't think Mike understands the significance right there of why he's actually coming out. It's not because of his play, just a little personnel there to have somebody with a little bit of more speed on the outside there.
Yeah. So Holdenback going to play center field here on a pass.
And it's going to be a pass. Little's going to roll out, and Landon Pearson's after him. Landon Pearson's almost got him, but it's going to be dropped. Oh! And it's going to be over. Glenn Rankin was
there ready to hit
Dexter Brown.
He
was going to knock him all the way back to Little's house there, I think.
Yeah.
So we've got that, and holy shnikes, what a great series by the West Washington defense there. I tell you, it just over and over again, Craig, we just see that defense just beating people to the punch.
Yeah, and it like I said in the pregame, it starts with the line. The line is winning the game in the trenches, makes it hard to get anything going.
Alrighty, here we go, and it's going to be a quick kick. And man,
That's
Ethan
up
Roberts.
in the air.
Everybody, get out of the way! Get out of the way! And we've got a. Okay, that's okay. That was a thing. Wow, that was a weird. They threw
That's going to be an interesting call. They're going to get Holden Bousman for a block downfield.
Or are they gonna? It looked as if a white. It wasn't a flag. It was a beanie that he threw to. That the spot. Maybe thinking it hit somebody, but it didn't. Where the ball hit. Okay, maybe that's what it was. He threw where the ball hit.
Okay.
I
thought it was a flag coming out.
Yeah.
And Holden was he was blocking over on the far side and made a really nice block.
9:34 left. West Washington leading 24-0 here. They're going to start the ball on their own 24-yard line. McFeeder's back is the only other back, and it's going to be a pass here on first down as Bousman's going to break free, and he's going to throw it over to the sidelines to Parker.
Parker Green trying to get in the action there. Unable to come down with that one.
Parker could not grow about 3 inches there for us, could he?
I'm sure there are lots of basketball fans that would love for Parker to grow about 3 inches.
I just hope his shoulder stays healthy and he's good through the full school year here. We're going to see Jake go to the left side here, and I do believe we've got some magic going over. That's going to be the short side of the field if we're going to be running to, and it is, and McFeeders is going to cut through the line. He's going to bounce off one guy, and we've got a flag down, and it does not look good there. I don't know if they –
That's going to be a hold on the Senators.
Yeah.
Where that comes from, that's usually what that is.
Yeah, and Bryce Brown looks like he took on 2 guys there. Do we got a hashtag tonight that we need to promote?
I don't have one up yet. I will. You call it. You call the hashtag and.
Hashtag WW versus Rams.
Okay.
WW versus hashtag WW versus Rams. Send in your pictures there. Bonus points if you have your pet.
There we go.
Alrighty, and there is all kinds of confusion there for the Rams. They're going to be rotating around here as the Senators are going to go 2 wide to the right side there. Green and then Stevens. Now, Stevens ran that little wheel route last week on this, and it's going to be a handoff to McFeeders, and he's got some yards, and he's going. He's got nobody. If he can just hit another gear, he's going to go in for a 85-yard touchdown by Roper McFeeders.
Nice run there by Roper. Gets hit in the backfield, not so much the backfield, but gets hit and then bounces off and is able to keep his feet underneath him and get down the field. So that's going to be another touchdown for the Senators.
And the freshman connection is going to be out there to attempt the extra point.
I talked to Ian Rosenbaum after school. I asked him how many extra points he was going to kick tonight, and he said 5.
Well, he's going to have some. He's got to get cooking here if he's going to hopefully hit the first one here. Blocked field goal last week. He didn't have any blocking. So we talked about that. New guys on the line here. And the kick is up.
That one up.
And it
looks
is good. Rosenbaum.
Through the uprights. Rosenbaum for the first points of the night from him.
Nance and Cambron on the connection there. You almost deserve like a save or something when you get that down.
We're going to step aside, get a commercial break from the IHSAA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to ihsaatv.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Well, the Senators have broken out the road game tonight at home. Here they are churning up. They are the busiest road here in western part of Washington County right now is on this green grass. They have churned out some yards that I can't even accumulate right now on my sheets. But, man, 8:47 left. They are up 31-0, and they are just cooking on all cylinders tonight.
It's a nice way for this group of Senators to play a first half, putting up 31 points in the first half and still 8:47 to go, and they're doing it on the ground.
and a lot of guys hungry, for big plays still. So let's look for something here. Somebody's going to hit somebody hard. Let's see. This is where Paoli's had their best success all night, has been on the special teams. Jake Strange lines up, and he's going to kick it from the 40. It is a low bouncer. It's going to bounce up, and it's going to be off the hands of number 12. It's still on the ground. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, great job.
I know Coach Dittmer is going crazy on
Bradley
that one.
Hampton was almost there and almost took a miracle bounce to him. And I don't know if he knew the ball was even there. It was so blistered around the field.
It bounced all over the place. I know.
Rominger tried to grab it, and then was that Brown who tried?
I believe it was Brown who tried to grab it also.
When you don't try it, you just fall on it then.
Yeah, that's what they've been told, I'm sure, since they were coming up. Hey, when it hits one and they don't get it.
And this is going to be a quick timeout, I believe. Yeah, the Senators are
going to take a timeout here. I don't think they've got enough. I think they've got too many on the field, actually.
I'm looking 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got
half the team is out on the field.
Yeah.
So I think there's some confusion on who should be out there and who needs to be out there. So they're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to stick with you through this.
And McFeeters with 2, he's got the big runs tonight, and we saw.
I heard some mention of he's averaging about 40 yards a carry tonight.
Well, yeah, 60 plus for a touchdown, and then turns around and gets an 85-yard for a touchdown, and then he's capped off 3 extra 2-point conversions there. So
and had the hit of the night.
Hit of the night, yeah. Just ask the kid over there on the sideline. He is back in. That was a good sign. Always, you never. Anytime you see that, you always hope that whoever it is, they hop back in real quick, and we want that. And big shout out to our managers too. We're seeing there on the live stream there. So many of those young ladies, they're doing double time with volleyball and this, so doing a great job. All righty, and I tell you what, if I was thinking about what Paoli's going to do, I think they're going to open it up and go wider.
They're at the point now where they're going to have to. The veer, the triple option works well
when you're in short yardage.
When you're in short yardage and when you can control the line, it works well. But with Paoli being down, players and not.
And here we go. Little's going to roll out. He's going to hit his guy on the sidelines there, number 11, Ike Baker, and that's going to be a positive play, which they need. You're not going to get them all back on one play.
Yeah. Those of you at home watching, you seeing those things flying up into the stands. The cheerleaders are throwing out footballs, I believe they were, coming up into the stands. So
I think they're sponsored by somebody who we don't know, but if we knew, we'd ask them. But here we go, and they're going to go to the inside there. Rominger trying to get those hard yards, and that's going to put up about a 3rd and 3 there.
Well, we're talking about sponsors, giving a shout-out to our sponsors with Michael Trueblood at Stewart Seed and Brady Bishop with Channel Seed, along with all the other things that Brady does. Big shout-out to those two. Those are our scoreboard sponsors. Those of you at home that can see, they're on the bottom of our scoreboard there, so big shout-out to them. And then we've got Ryan Kemp with Edward Jones. Thank you to him. And Lynx Clothing and Shoes. I know Rick's up here with us.
I'm rocking my throwback hat, my Art Sanders hat. Here we go, and it's going to be in the middle for Rominger. No, it's going to be Little's going to keep it. That's a great keep. He comes around the end there. Pearson bit just a little bit, but they are going to pick up the first down. 7:25 left here in the second quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33.
Rick and Rita with Lynx do so much for all the schools, here in the county, along with, the youth sports and everything. Just a big shout out to them, and thank you so much for everything they do.
Support small business right now. I mean, that's what really, I see devastating around the nation. Support those small businesses or they'll be gone.
I see one score coming in. The Lions are up 14-8 over the Generals of Clarksville.
Little drops back, he's passes. He's going to complete that to Dexter Brown, and that's going to be one of those short little dink and dunks that Coach Gibby was talking to me about. He said they like to do that. However, they're not in the chance to actually do that because now it's going to be a 2nd and about 4 or 5 here. And we want to also Jeannie Combs for sponsoring the second quarter.
Yeah, second quarter. Jeannie Combs. Big thanks to her.
Sponsor of the second quarter of this. She's a gold level sponsor for her many donations. And there's the pitch to the outside.
Pitch.
And
nobody over to this side. Grayson McCoy does a nice job of getting his shoulder outside and stopping that run.
And that's that's a play that you can let happen because about 15 yards was ran, but they were ran all the way to the side.
Right. And that's what Grayson's job was to get outside of that and turn it back in for help. And he got his head outside, made the Paoli back turn it in, where luckily Grayson was able to bring him down, but Grayson had help coming. So
yeah, I tell you, you can wait on the cavalry there. He can sound the horn, and the cavalry's going to come and help him. If you got Glenn Rankin on your left shoulder, you know something's coming there. And I can't wait to see what kind of player, because Grayson is the next Glenn Rankin there.
Yeah.
As we see here. And we're going to see an end. That's going to be Rominger. And, whoo, oh, my goodness. I tell you what, if I was little there, I would not want to run that play again because Landon Pearson just dropped him with a close line because he thought he had the ball. Great containment there by the Red Sea there.
Yeah. In comes number 4.
And there's we go. Third. Oh, it's going to be a little sec. So we're thinking a little bit. Okay, so now Andrew Lewis coming out. So maybe rotating that line a little bit. Andrew, a kid, we talk about that Paoli game. He's one of those guys who kind of stepped up as that season went along, too.
Right.
Kind of had that coming out party there. His was more towards the second half of the season.
Right.
And there's going to be the outside. Watch there. It's going to be a quick pass to number 12. And it's going to be
Over
across the
center.
middle, and it's going to be picked
off by Holden.
Holden's got a lot.
Holden's got room and speed. He's taken off down the sideline.
He's going to be riding, and you can put it on the board. Yes.
Holden Bousman with a great run there.
An INT.
A nice pick
6.
and run, a pick 6. I know giving him a little bit of a hard time last night at the volleyball game because he dropped a pick 6 last week, hit him right in the numbers.
Yes.
And didn't get his hands up and went down tonight. Definitely got his hands up and then took it to the house. So.
And here comes the freshman connection. And that's something. Holden was all conference as a punter last year. And he says, I don't care what. He could be all conference at 3 or 4 different positions. I didn't get to see him play wide receivers first year. Here's the snap. It's up, and it's all going to be blocked there. The little bit of high snap there by Clark Nance, but Jackson Cambrian gets it down, and there wasn't a lot of blocking there, and so the extra point is blocked. It's going to be 37-0 with 4:44 left here in the second quarter. But Holden, when he was a wide receiver, was he only a freshman? I didn't get to see him play. How was he as a receiver?
He had speed. He could run by people, and of course he's athletic and has hands, can catch. But it was one of those that Holden was really out of position when he was a wide receiver. He was a good wide receiver, but was out of position. He's played quarterback his whole life.
Yeah.
And
I think Philip told me that he actually had a package where he could put him in at quarterback.
Right. Right. And it was a growing time for Holden to learn the offense.
Yeah.
Know what to do. Not so much ready to step in as a varsity quarterback as a freshman. And he learned a lot that year. Did get in and play some quarterback.
Yeah.
But learned the offense through the wide receiver side, and then you saw it as a sophomore and a junior, and then again this year. It's a growing process for him, and he learned it from the wide receiver side. So when he's throwing the ball, he knows, hey, this is what it's supposed to be.
And this year he's growing on the defensive side of the ball,
right?
Because we have to have him,
and that's a new one. He did play some last year on the defensive side of the ball, but this year he's playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah. So Jake Strange here with the kickoff after that huge 60-plus yard interception. There's going to be a low blower right across the middle, and it's going to be picked up by I thought we heard an inverted whistle there for a second, and I bet they wish they had for Livingston. He's going to be dropped at the 30 by Cameron Van Cleve and not Cameron Van Cleve, Caden Van Cleve and a host of other Senators there, Bradley Hampton, and I see Bobby Stevens out there on some special teams. Great coverage that time. And that's maybe that little worm burner gives you a little more time.
Yeah, and we've been burnt a couple of times kicking it deep, so they've seen that.
And a lot of these Rams players have had to play both ways.
Right.
So they're really feeling it here as we look. And they're going to come out in a very tight formation, so maybe trying to move the ball around here. This is as Baker's going to take it, and he is going to get the first down. And
he does a nice job of getting out wide out there. We see Coach Sullivan drop the sticks because he's heading right for him. Good idea. Drop the sticks, get out of the way.
And the true battle tonight is not WW versus Rams. It is Rosie versus Adam, which is the Morehouse crew who's watching this live. Because Adam is watching this, I think, or probably listening to it. He had surgery, so get better there. Adam Stroud, I believe, is his name. And Rosie Morehouse, our counselor there in the trial, listen to us. If we kind of get a lot of shout outs there via text and Facebook there, as the Rams are going to pitch it outside there to Livingston. He's going to get some yards, but not before he is brought down by Roper McFeeters there. And I know he's wanting a face mask, but I think Roper just honestly came across with his arm and dropped him. That'll be good enough for a first down.
First down.
3:26
Rams
left here.
move the chains, so
Yep.
3:25 to go here in the first half of play. Senators up 37-0 over the Rams.
And you see some moving there. So they're going to go ahead and just bring Hunter Thompson back in, give Lewis a breather. That's the true strength of this line, is the ability to sub 2 or 3 guys out that a lot of teams don't have.
Yeah.
So here's the, oh man, I can't believe that motion of Rominger was not in, he must have not stepped forward, he just went vertical. And we got shoulders, blocks, and
Charles and Jake both lowered their shoulder and got to Rominger, who's carrying the ball after about 4 yards.
And Rominger's like, I only got 4 yards. That felt like about 40.
Yeah.
Because that's the effort he had to put into that as he was coming across the line there. That's something you see with the strength in this year, Craig, that we see that's so crazy about, like, not a lot of workouts in the summer. It kind of got to go on your God-given talent that you've built on, as we're going to see here. And they're going to probably go right back to him, I'm willing to bet. Nope, they're going to go on the outside, and Livingston was able to get across, but he is not going to get past Glenn Rankin and
there.
Jake Strange. And then if he somehow shed those two, there was Roper McFeeters too.
Waiting again.
It's almost like you're a gazelle who gets away from like a lion, and there's another one and another one.
So out comes Bryce Brown, in comes Andrew Lewis.
So see, we're rotating that line there, keeping them fresh. I know the worst part about that is you have to jog all the way over the sideline, and there's no real time. And as a school, I know that West Washington's always loved to run it quick. The no huddle, no.
But that's what's nice, I've heard anywhere from 7 to 8 linemen, get in and.
Little's going to drop back. He's going to pass over the middle. He's going to complete that to Livingston, who's going to cut up, but he's going to be cut down there by Grayson McCoy, but not before he picks up a good gain for a first down.
First down.
And they're going to be moving here because there's only 1:26 left, so Paoli's trying to get in the end zone. They get the ball back to start the second half.
Correct. So this could tighten up if they're able to get in the end zone.
So let's hope it's the same at Valley, the same result where West Washington's able to stop them right before the half. So here we go. Little's going to take the snap. He's going to be looking deep. He's going to have to get it off in a hurry because he's got a lot of guys. How is that not a hold there in the backfield? He's going to cut over the middle of Livingston. Livingston is going to dodge one tackle, but he is going to be brought down by Glenn Rankin at the 30. Wow, there was Andrew Lewis or somebody on that.
Somebody was held back in the backfield.
I'm trying to look for number 64. That was Landon Pearson, who just got pulled down by his britches. All righty, they're going to go quick, and there's Rominger. He's going to be out here wide. Watch him on the wheel. No, he's going to block, and Little's going to run for his life, and he's going to get it. He's going to get that first down.
Out of bounds.
He gives the old Vince Young ball lean there.
Yeah, ball lean out to get the first down there.
34.1 left, and Paoli's going to take the timeout. Do you remember that Texas USC game? Were you watching that live?
Yes.
When USC had like a doggone like NFL team out on the field.
I think that was the year that they had 12 guys drafted.
And it was Troy Polamalu was on there probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was Carson Palmer's roommate. I don't know the timing on that, but man, Matt Leinart, so many stars on that team. The back-to-back Heismans of Leinart and Reggie Bush, and then Vince Young just comes up big. And they unfortunately could not keep him away from the Cheesecake Factory down in Nashville because he would eat there every night, and his career kind of didn't pan out for the Tennessee Titans. But, man, he was quite the athlete there. Texas, an unbelievable thing there. We got some scores coming in there. Anything coming?
The last one that I had was Salem's. I'm scrolling through Twitter as we're speaking, so trying to keep up with that.
We've got a lot of games going on.
Yeah, those of you who don't know, there are 40 live games on the IHSA TV network tonight. So tons of games out there that you can get in and see.
So the schools that aren't going through this. There's no way for really them to be seen, I guess.
Well, yes and no. There
I
is
know,
ways for them to be seen
on other sites. We won't promote those.
Yeah, on other sites, but the main one that everybody's going through is the IHSAA, and they're doing a fantastic job of promoting everybody's games. And holding the platform for you to be able to
back.
do it.
He's going to try to get it quick, and he's going to flip it over the middle to number 14 there, and Brown is going to find some daylight, and he's going to scoot out of bounds with 25.4 left. 24.5, and that's going to put him inside about the 15-yard line here. The clock is running. The clock is running. So they're going to run quick here. They're going to have to go quick. They said he was in bounds. So here we go. The shovel pass this time. Little's going to pass. He's going to go over the middle. He's going to get it, and it's going to be incomplete.
Going to be 4.8 left on the clock.
4.8 left for the Rams as they're going to have to try to pull a quick play here. Wow. Lots of stuff going on.
So they're going to call a timeout. One big game, I know it's the 96th meeting of Warren Central Ben Davis up in Indy. Those are some 6A schools playing football. Warren Central up 14-7 at the half. Brownstown 42, North Harrison 8.
Wow. So Brownstown, the team ready to reload there.
Yeah.
And so Salem was beat by North Harrison to start the season, right? Okay, the MSC, you can just who knows what's going on.
Who knows what's going to happen there.
Anybody can lead. And then Eastern is down to Corden 28-0 right there at the half. So
Pioneers of Providence up 14-0 over Charlestown.
Wow. So we've got, and then Southridge and Gibson Southern, a big battle there on the west side. Southridge 20 and Gibson Southern 7 there.
21-8 Salem up in the second quarter.
Tell City all over Springs Valley, 21-0 in the first quarter. And Lynn 14, Boonville 8. So we've got some in Jasper and Mater Dei. Jasper 7-0 lead. And Pike Washington 22, Pike Central 0. All right, here we go. As the snap is high to Little. He's going to air it out deep, and
Brown gets turned around in the corner. That's going to be the clock does run out.
Okay, wait.
They're going to have time put back on the
clock.
clock.
I'm going to say there's going to be time put back. There had to have been 1 second on the clock.
1 second back on the clock, so they're going to get a shot one more time.
Yeah, we had a kind of a delay there, but those guys on the field, they keep track of it. I've heard some advancements in technology to where they're going to have the ability someday for the officials to actually, just keep that as they're going.
Yep.
And I know that, like in basketball, we have the whistle where it's keyed on the whistle. Am I correct in basketball?
Yeah. For college and the pros, it's keyed on the whistle. So
I don't know if I'd want most high school officials sometimes to have that.
The officials do a wonderful job of doing what they.
I don't want them to have another thing on their plate. Those guys are professionals.
They've got all kinds of stuff on their plate.
He's going to throw it up and jump ball, and it's going to be knocked down there
by
Kenton Chase over there
on the far side. Nice job by him. That's going to bring us to halftime, where the Senators do lead 37-0 over the Paoli Rams. Big thanks to those of you watching on live stream through the IHSAA TV network. Also to those of you listening on WWSR, the official radio station of West Washington, that is available through the App Store, whether you have an Android or iPhone, available through both of those. So we're going to go ahead, step aside, total some stats, see what we can get for you, and we will be back in just a moment.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs are keeping you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ryan Kemp, can help you. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, you can work together to help ensure you are prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. For more information, please call Ryan Kemp at 812-620-5604. Edward Jones, Marketing Sense and Investing, member SIPC. For over 100 years, Stewart Seed has been proud to work with our friends and neighbors in Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio. We remain committed to building partnerships rooted in personalized customer service and by providing locally tested products that fit your farm and help your bottom line. Local solutions, promise delivered. Contact Michael Trueblood at 812-620-3311 for all your Stewart seed needs.
"13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now."
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
At the heart of the Channel brand are the relationships we build with farmers like you. We call it seedsmanship. With Channel, you'll experience our seedsmanship at work services on your farm through the year-round, hands-on, customized service of your Channel seedsman. Your local Channel seedsman, Brady Bishop, knows your fields and can recommend an elite seed product designed to perform in your area and maximize the profitability of every acre. Contact Brady, your local Channel seedsman, at 812-620-4624.
Welcome back to Art Sanders Field here on the West Washington live stream, streamed on WWSR. Here for some halftime stats. I'm Brad Mills alongside Craig Akers as we are looking at a 37-0 lead by the Senators over the visiting Paoli Rams. As we get into some halftime stats, you're going to look at two big players here. We'll start off Bobby Stevens, 4 carries with 41 yards and a 23-yard touchdown there. Then we go over to Holden Bowsman, not through the air, Craig. Here's some stat: 0 for 3 through the air with an INT. However, three rushes for 51 yards and a touchdown, and a 60-yard interception for a touchdown. So he made up for the INT. Got that there. And then McFeeters, the other part of this the three horsemen of the apocalypse here, 3 carries for 155, 2 touchdowns, 85 and 60, 3 2-point conversions, and he picked a ball off in the process. So nothing much over on Paoli's side as they've kind of just, Rominger's been able to accumulate a little bit of yards. Livingston was able to eclipse about 20 yards there on some kind of broken plays there towards that half. Little's been he's had a little time back there to make any plays, and so we're really seeing them expose this as it goes on, and the Senators' defense has really came up big. So we've got quite a bit going on today. We're going to swing over to the coach's corner here with the IHSA, so we'll be back after that.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, congratulations to you, the staff, the member institutions, the coaches, the players, the fans, everybody. 95% of the games played again last weekend.
It was, once again, a good week. And Bob, you said it best right there. It's a tribute to all of our folks out there, parents and our communities. Fans and our kids. They're doing what they need to do to keep this dream of playing high school sports alive this fall. And it's just so exciting, and I'm proud of our folks out there for the job that they are doing.
Yeah, one of the things, you and I have been involved in sports for a long, long time, and one of the things you learn early on as a player, as a coach, we adapt. Tell us what the rules are, and we'll figure it out, right? And you know how it is. Tell us what we're doing, give us the rules, give us the direction, and we will make it happen. And that's exactly what has happened around our state.
Exactly. They don't really, at the end of the day, they don't care what the rules are. They just want to know what it takes to play. And,
Right.
you know, we've been able to provide some of that information out there. Their local health departments have. And not everybody's happy with the information, or they wish it was wider open, or more fans could attend. But we're still playing. And that's what we just got to keep our eye on that. And, you know, every kid on that Friday night or Thursday night volleyball game has an opportunity to put that school uniform on and represent their community in school. And that's a time-honored tradition that we need to keep that light on for these kids this fall.
You mentioned 95% of games. Great news out of Hammond. Hammond schools will be back in session, allowing extracurricular activities, just adding more to the opportunities for kids around our state.
That's right. And Coach, one thing we learned, you know, we had some schools that needed to take a break for a little bit just to get some things under control. And we learned just yesterday that the Hammond schools have voted, their school board voted last night to resume participation in fall athletics. And we're excited to have them back. And it's just in time. We're right around the corner from tournament season and a lot of things.
You're right. Well, let's talk about that.
Kids are ready to get going.
Let's talk about those tournaments. You're going to be into it soon, in cross country and golf and others in the fall sports season.
It is. We've got, we kick off with girls golf here real soon, within a week. But then unified football kicks off right after that, and then here they come, one right after another, and tennis and volleyball and boys and girls cross country, boys and girls soccer. They're all ready to go, and again, we're going to start drawing ping pong balls and lining up the tournaments and saying let's go here real soon.
And we're also going to have a pairing show for football coming up Thursday, October the 8th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I just got that news. I'm excited. Paul Condry and I are excited. We're going to get a chance to hang out with you for a minute.
Yeah, that's always the highlight of my day, Coach. And we got a new desk for you, and we got some new digs for you, a new place for you to give some wisdom to the state of Indiana on the football tournament, and we're excited to show that to you.
I'm not sure how much wisdom I'll be able to impart, but I will try my best to respond to the challenge. He is the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. It is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. Paul, again, congratulations. Job well done by everybody. I'll look forward to our conversation next week.
Absolutely. And Bob, thank you for doing what you do for kids in Indiana.
Thanks for the kind words. Take care.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to action here at West Washington, where the Senators do lead the Rams 37-0. We're going to have a running clock in the second half with that 35-point spread.
Definitely some scores of interest that we're looking around the state here as we were away there. We look at North Davies 12, Rock Creek 0. We looked at Milan and North Decatur, two teams that if you look down the road, you never want to look too far, but that's in the back of your mind there. 13-0 Milan over North Decatur, who came here last year for the regional. So some thoughts there as we look at but Milan won that in the regular season last year, and then lost in the sectional championship on their field. So Perry Central, that was the one they were playing. I forget who they are playing this week. I was looking for that. They are finally starting to get a little bit back to full strength. Still without their tight end Reese, a great athlete, and I heard he's actually got some Division I baseball offers.
Well, there you go.
So he's MCL or something there. It just seems like that's just all around the field there in Springs Valley, losing 21-0 to Tell City there. So
some big schools around. Seymour totals 208 yards in the first half against B&L. B&L has 109 yards, so doubling them up there. The Lawrenceburg Tigers from over around, actually in Lawrenceburg on the eastern side of the state.
Over by the Hollywood Casino, my friend.
Up 12-0.
My bachelor party was at the Hollywood Casino there, so after the Reds game, and River Downs. I don't know if it's still open, but it was a good time. So all kinds of action over there. That's in Reds country, and the Reds are leading right now, so I probably just jinxed them by saying that.
You did.
So we only have to go 5-4 to make the playoffs. All righty, Jake Strain's going to be getting us started here. Like we said, we'll have the running clock in this half, as he's going to be giving it Das Boot here right off the bat, and it's going to be a high end over end kick. It's going to bounce at the 25, and man, what a roll! Oh, and right at the last minute, Livingston was able to dive right before Ethan Roberts comes down on it. If Jake Strange was a golfer, that thing just set right on the pin.
Another score out there. Salem up 27-8 at the half. Also, Corydon leading Eastern 28-0 at the half.
I saw Josh Lewis from the Salem Leader down here, so he usually tries to make it. He helps cover us. Thank goodness. If not, we'd have. We need that as much as we can. He's busting it back and forth here on these Washington County roads tonight. And he's student teaching here, so he's been here twice today.
Yeah.
All righty. So here is the start of the second half, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Rummiger's met by some Senators, Glenn Rankin and Charles Madden. And that point, you just want to roll off. Braxton Sprouse getting in there. And Andrew Lewis, and that's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain for the Rams as we're going to start the second half. And like we said, that clock is going to be running, so we'll see what Paoli's really trying to get better under very tough circumstances.
Like we said in the pregame, the Rams are short players. They've got 10 to 12 out with quarantine, so they've got some kids playing in spots that they normally don't.
The pitch outside of Livingston, he's going to come around the end. He does not meet Roper McFeeters right off the bat, which is probably to his benefit as he's driven down by Glenn Rankin instead.
Nice run there by Livingston.
Do you get a little gun shy? I wonder, if you've got deck like that, if you're looking for 24. I'm like, 2-4, 2-4, 2-4. Worried about that as we got a lot of guys. It looks like rotating in and out. Andrew Lewis comes out. Looks like he's a little bit winded there. Might have took a shot there. No, he's good. Big Mike's going to take over the middle there. As I'm willing to bet they're going to drive it up the middle, and they do. And Romiger is met there by Bryce Brown. And then on top of that, he's got Mike coming under him. So
Mike's underneath, so that's a lot of.
I tell you, if one kid who got stronger during all of quarantine stuff, it looks like Mike Leach has gotten stronger somehow.
Yeah.
He must be bench pressing his little sister with one arm or something. I don't know. First time I met him, he was doing backflips in the gym over here. I had to tell him to stop because that was not safe. All right, so here we go. As the Rams are going to be trying.
2nd and 9.
And there's the outside pitch probably to Livingston. It is. And he's going to come around the end. but not before he is knocked down. We got some flags. I think we got a hold back there. Mike is he was calling for it, and I think he got it.
Yeah, that's about the only way the Rams are able to stop Big Mike is to hold him. So.
And looking at this, we're looking at some younger, we got some sophomores there in the back, and that's it's crazy. You look at McFeeder's a sophomore, Sprouse a sophomore, Thompson, I believe, a junior, and then in comes McCoy.
So we're going to get a personal foul on the Senators.
Okay. Wow. And no number on that, but so that's going to put us in. That's what Coach Gibson wants to know: who did it. He wants to know who did it. Nobody wants to admit it.
Nobody wants to admit it. No officials are coming over to tell him.
Yeah. As the Rams are going to run up here almost in a hurry offense. I tell you what, they might take a quick shot here with a freebie. So here they go. You're playing with the house's money right here. You're going to try to gamble. And there is going to be a rollout. He's going to look. He's going to have it on the wheel route. And no, it's going to be, oh, man, driven down there by Bryce Brown. And as quick as Little had that pocket open, it closed.
Little's going to actually lose one.
And he looked a la Indiana Jones having to go back for his hat there in the Temple of Doom and watching it slam down right in front of him.
Big Mike comes jogging off.
Yeah, I tell you, you can definitely see a lot of these guys running back and forth. I guess Mike was the one who got the foul from the looks of what he's coaching Keith Nance on the sidelines, trying to line him out. All right, so here we go. And there's going to be it's going to be sweep to the outside of Rominger. You could have told that a mile away. And he's
nice job being tripped up. I don't know if Jake Strange got in there and tripped him up or not, but he definitely turned it back to the inside.
Good young runner. You said he's a freshman.
Yeah.
He's only going to get better. I tell you.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Rams.
And you see it over and over again, and they do a couple things and they do it well.
Yeah, they like I said, this veer offense or the triple option, whatever you want to call it. They run it all the way up through, so their kids are used to it. Looks really good from them. Just some personnel in some different spots than what they're normally in.
Rominger is going to break it. He's going to break it, and he's going to have one man to beat, and that is going to be Bousman and McFeeders. And McFeeders drives him down there. 6:46 left here in the third quarter. It is 37-0 West Washington, and that's going to be a 1st and 10, and they're going to be knocking on the red zone there. If this was Sunday, you'd be turning on the TV, and they'd be popping in on here in the red zone.
They're right at the 20.
At the 20. I haven't got to watch NFL Red Zone yet this year. That's maybe my first year. I just wind up having to watch a lot of Paw Patrol. So here we go. Is Little in the backfield. Rominger. Let's see if they're going to give. I think Livingston out here on the pitch. Nope. Little's going to keep it himself.
Little's going to keep it. He's going to go down.
Yeah, and some guys just are tossed to the side by some of the Senator defenders there as they're trying to look for it. And everybody had an assignment. Little just was able to execute there.
And it doesn't look like, well, now they're going to move it. Going to gain 2.
Coach
4. Sorry, move 4.
Coach Tankersley with that, able to get it moving. He was just trying to help us out there. All righty, so here we go. Is that Rominger? We bid on Rominger a little more than we thought, and then Livingston was on the pitch out there. So here's the opposite side. Now they're going to flip it that way, and it will be. Man, I tell you what. Oh, right there was the chance. You saw number 62 for Paoli out there on lead block. And I'm going to see if he's a young guy because Cameron Meehan, he's only a sophomore. And I can tell you he's a sophomore because I just saw his legs. And he was trying to block, and he had just enough to get him around the corner there. But big third down here for the Senators. And so we're going to see the ball come right up. I'm willing to bet right up the gut here. They'll gamble right here and then go for it on 4th down.
That's the thing that, the Rams are looking for small victories here and, getting first downs and moving the chains are victories at this point.
Yeah. And that's going to be, that's going to be 4th. They do it. Man, it is going to be 4th.
It's going to be really close.
And I am
4th and inches.
I'm surprised you don't have a measurement here. Coach Dittmer over there for the Rams is not asking for one. But it looks as if the foot of the side judge there, you notice, is on there. Right behind him is Coach Tankersley, so I can see that. So here we go, and this is going to be, I'm going to say, quarterback sneak right up the middle I was willing to bet.
Yeah, or hand it to Rominger.
Yeah. So Little's going to take it, and he's going to – whoa, he is not going to get it in my opinion, but, man, what a spot over there. Look right there, Craig, you'll see the guy. He's giving it. I think he gave it to him. The side judge on the Paoli sideline there comes in, and it's going to be a first down. And I believe they're going to stop the clock.
They're going to stop the clock and bring the chains in.
So it's going to have to be measured now. Okay, that spot helps us. In my opinion, we're okay there now. Let's see what happens. Let's see how good Chris Jarrell and Jeremy Cox and the crew who paint this field did this week. So we'll see if they've got it or – I think it's short. I think it's short by the hair on my chinny chin chin, and I shaved today, so that's not much.
I think they got it.
It is
short.
It's short. Just short. It'll be a turnover on down.
Turnover on down. Senator's going to take over here on the 11.
Coach Gibson with a sigh of relief. They're not wanting to give up the score no matter what goes on as the offense comes out on the field. Wow.
So Rams keep the ball for 8 minutes and 5 seconds of that third period, but then come up short, unable to get into the end zone. So the Senators take over on downs.
And with 3:55 left, 37-0 West Washington. They're going to be taking it from their own 11-yard line here. So let's see what happens. It's going to be quick, and it's going to be to Roper. Roper is busting it up the gut, and he's still going, and he's breaks it off.
Got enough for a first down there.
And, you know, if I'm Paoli, I'm thankful because I think that's maybe the first time they've kept him.
Yeah, that run of 11 yards is going to hurt his average.
It's going to hurt his average to start this here. So as I go to the third quarter and write that down, Roper plus 11, no touchdown behind it. So it's going to put him, like I said, that puts him about 166 on the night. And here's Bobby, the battering ram Stevens. He's got it, and he's going to run over some people. He's going to keep on keeping on. Keeps on keeping on.
Chugga, chugga, choo-choo. The Bobby Stevens train keeps right on going.
And that train was so long it had an in-flight movie and a snack. And it's driven the Senators down to the 44-yard line. Wow, double wow. What a run. I tell you, that kid just kept the home fires burning, and he was chugging along. So he just keeps going. That's credit to him. And
there's a high snap. Holden pulls it down, looking for where to go.
He's got an outside. He's got the edge. He can shake and bake. He's got one guy, and that guy brings him down over there.
Brought down right at a 10-yard gain. A very nice job by Holden.
Caleb King coming through and kind of saving the day there for the Rams. He's not going to be on a highlight film tomorrow. He's going to try to make sure that Monday morning meeting he's okay. But that's going to be a –
Holden runs probably 50 yards there and gains 10.
Yeah. I tell you, and he's elusive. He's so elusive. The ability of Bowsman and McFeeters to get skinny and just disappear in the middle of this. And there comes McFeeters. He's going to break it up the middle. And
it's a gain of 7.
Hey, and I'm going to give a big shout out. Mike Leach just took his guy another 10 yards down the field. 1:48 here with the running clock left in the third quarter. It's 37-0 West Washington. As Parker Green's going to come off, Bobby Stevens going wide.
Just get a text message from Brittany Powers along with her twin sister Bailey. Bailey's wedding is actually tomorrow.
They're watching live.
Yeah, so they're watching live with the phone in hand at the rehearsal dinner tonight. Brother Logan Walker down here on the sidelines.
Logan's got his priorities straight. He knows.
Well, I don't know if that's true in Brittany's eyes or not, but
or Bailey's eyes. You know, it's a rehearsal. He's the brother of the bride.
Cade Powers, also on the Senator coaching staff, is at the rehearsal dinner. So it's an interesting. Interesting combination there.
He married into the family, and Logan's a part of it, so he's able to get away with it. When you marry in, you got to be there. So. All right, here we go, and that's McFeeters. He's going to cut up the middle, and he's going to be flipped over, but not before he can get a first down.
Yeah, he's going to get a first down. We've got some laundry on the other side of the field, though.
So let's see what's going on there. You hate to see if anybody's going to have a play like that, but I did see a little bit of stuff. Mike Leach, he just needs to calm down a little bit. There's some plays. That's what Jaron Roll says, get him out of here. He's not going to do something stupid or something over there. So it's funny. Here comes Andrew Lewis in. So.
And that shows the maturity of the Senators. Senior Jaron Roll says, "Hey, let's not get anything."
I believe there was a sideline warning, is what that was over there. I'm seeing. So I saw the. Is that correct? I think I saw with the hands, and then they moved the chains where the first down was for McFeeters. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter here. We haven't got to step away for a commercial break, so we're going to do that here. And then we'll come back with you. You're listening to West Washington live stream on WWSR.
Your success is Stewart Seed's success. That's the idea behind their 100% replant eligible program for grower customers. You deserve peace of mind even during an unpredictable season. Maximizing your profit potential comes down to identifying challenges and capitalizing on opportunities. Stewart Seed's agronomy library keeps you up to date with local agronomy insights to help you navigate through the season. Our team members make it a priority to work with your unique needs to find the best solution available. Get to know everyone on our team, from the field sales representatives to our technical agronomists. Building trusted relationships starts with sharing what we know with our Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio neighbors just like you. Stay up to date on the latest local agronomy updates, harvest communication, and news from Stewart Seeds. Let's keep in touch, because that's what neighbors do. Contact Michael Trueblood at 812-620-3311.
Welcome back to Art Sanders Field here on the West Washington live stream simulcast on WWSR Radio, the official home of West Washington football. We are into the fourth quarter. It is 37-0. The Senators are driving. Ball's on their own 28-yard line against the Paoli Rams here. They're going to be heading towards that north end zone here, which this might be the last series we'll see possibly out of the Senators or possibly out of the starters here. So we'll look at that. I know that a lot of young guys there are hoping to get a game Monday. I don't know if we got that one rescheduled or not. Have we found an opponent for Monday?
I don't know that we have.
It's been tough on a lot. Here's a quick snap. Stevens is going to bowling ball up the middle, and he's going to break it. And we got
a flag on the field, so that one's going to probably come back from where that one was
It looks like
thrown.
Jaron Roll. Okay, so Jaron Roll, number 77, got right there as a hold, and he said he got him right on the inside. Which I still have with the hold when you get on a guy's his chest plate. So you get a hold of him. I've never understood. I don't find that as a hold. You beat the guy.
Yeah.
You've got a hold. You've got him and beat him.
Those of you at home that were wondering, that's Brittany and Bailey. They're watching from the rehearsal dinner. So big shout out to them and congratulations to
the
Bailey.
future Mrs. Carpenter, I think, is what it's going to be, right?
So big congratulations to them and to the whole family, for the wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
So rehearsal dinner tonight, they're tuned in. So big thanks to them.
All righty, here we go. We got the Twins to the left, or they're stacked. And this is going to be a direct snap. Ball. Bousman's gone. He's gone. He's gone. I've not seen somebody break up a bunch of boys that quick since Yoko Ono did it to the Beatles. Holy cow.
Holden shot out of a rocket up the middle of the field.
For a 38-yard score.
I don't know. We've got everybody and their brother coming in to the game right now.
Wow.
I don't know. I believe that was a 11 for 11 switch there.
11 fresh, as they said in there. I mean, if you haven't gotten the game yet, you just got in. So here we go. Rosenbaum's going to be trying to kick and make this 44-0. Oh, it's a bad snap. He's going to pick it up. He's going to have to. Oh, he shovels it forward, and it is not going to go there. It's going to be all kinds of mayhem.
Yeah. So Senators unable to get that one up and through. Still going to lead 43-0. 10:24 left to go here in the fourth. We're going to stick with you through this reset here.
As we're trying to get some stuff, we're sitting here getting some scores. We're coming in. We'll talk about that. A big slate of college football. Is it starting to get
starting to get going?
Big Ten getting back. I was bringing up Kentucky draws Auburn tomorrow. It's like, I feel for them, but if there's a year that Kentucky could really, make some noise. It's probably this year. Notre Dame, Mrs. A's favorite team, they're going to play Wake Forest tomorrow. Kansas State is going to be at Oklahoma. And UCF, a team, remember that. I really believe that they can make some noise this year. They have in the past. East Carolina there, and Louisville, Pittsburgh tomorrow. So great matchups there. I can't believe Louisville's that highly ranked, but I really do like Coach Satterfield there at U of L.
Yeah.
He's an App State guy. I used to always play with App State on NCAA football because I thought it was really cool.
A couple of scores around. Bloomington North tied with Terre Haute North 7-7 at halftime.
Lots of the Battle of the Norse.
Gibson Southern 21, Southridge 27.
Ooh.
Those of you Salem fans out there listening and watching, that's a score that matters to you. That's your sectional opponents there.
Jake's going to kick it off here, and he's going to boot it, and it's going to be a low liner. It's going to bounce off the hands of number 24 and go back to 12, Livingston. Livingston's going to cut it up to the inside. He is going to find a hole. He's got some daylight. He's got more. He's shaking and baking. He's going to have to try to find somebody, but he runs out of gas right there by Caden Van Cleve, brings him down with about 10:06 left. West Washington's going to be leading 43-0. The ball's going to be placed on about the 40, I believe. 35. Wow.
So clock continues to run here. 9:50 to go in the fourth quarter of play.
Got some Go Irish. People texting me, Go Irish, wanting that. So
Isn't it amazing how many people have your phone number when you say something?
It is, and I hate to say it, I've got a couple of them that I don't know, and there's going to be the inside give, but, man, it's going to go nowhere for the Rams. And, this is 2 years ago. I was on my way, speaking of weddings, I was on my way to a wedding up north, and it was the only game I missed that year. And I hated it because it was the only time we lost up to that point.
Yeah.
And I actually watched on my phone in the middle of Scotty's Brew House in Indianapolis. And my wife, I asked the person if I could actually simulcast it on the TV. They said they couldn't do that. So,
which is funny because when you get local places there in Salem, last year were calling asking if they could put it on their
Here's
put
the
it on
sweep
their
outside
TV.
of Rominger. He's being trailed by Andrew Lewis. He's going to break free. He's got some green in front of him, but Holden Bousman is going to hit him out. And, whoa, I think Holden might have lucked out there. The official over here said, well, he still had to push him out because he wasn't out yet. So he did that, and I would not want that to happen on the other sideline because there would have been chaos. So, yeah, definitely. So they asked if they could broadcast.
Yeah, last year when we were playing in semi-state, I know that Yamato there in Salem asked, if they could bring it up and put it on their TV, and I said, go for it, man. Anybody who's hanging out in Salem, go ahead and watch it because that trip was all the way up to Indy. So.
Yeah. And he's going to cut back. He's got a lane before he falls. Mrs. A giving me some business there because I didn't know it was her on my text there. I have so many people.
Oh, Carson Little's looks like a cramp in his leg. That's why he went down.
Yeah, he's toughing it out.
Yeah. You could see it as he was trying to get up.
Hey, to his credit, being a quarterback in a triple option offense, you've got to have ice water in your veins.
Yeah, and the backup quarterback at that because that's not his natural position.
What does he naturally use to play?
I believe he's a wide receiver naturally.
You could see that just from his length, the length of his body there. Is Livingston's going to go in there to motion, but Rominger's going to come.
Tries to get it, doesn't go too far.
And, I watched Logan Laswell, possibly one of the best quarterbacks ever to run that. No credit. I don't know anybody else, but I watched him pull play after play after play in that semi-state run there with my sister's brother-in-law, Thomas Springer, was one of the wide receivers on that team. It was unbelievable watching them play back then. All right, so here we go. They're going to be twins to the left side there, so we might see a will and a post is what I'm going for. So number 14 there, that'll be Dexter Brown. Nope, they're going to go up the middle. Nothing cute with 7:04 left. The clock is running. So maybe that'll set it up here.
Charles Madden brings down Rominger.
And the future's bright for Paoli. I can say that.
Rominger runs hard. And he looks good in this offense.
And I know from coaching the junior high level, I've seen a lot of their teams are always very competitive. They beat us pretty good. So they've got some ability there. So here we go. And they're going to come set, and oh yeah,
you got the whole defense.
I think the whole press box underneath that one was going to be that call because it was whew.
They hadn't gone to that hard count the whole game. They finally went to it,
and he came and settled right behind the in the eye for the first time. So that's what got him in. Hunter Thompson comes out. Andrew Lewis going to come in. They're going to stack it up the middle there in a 5-2, hoping to cause some chaos there. Big thank you to everybody who is listening tonight, though. We've got a lot of great comments and stuff. The pitch goes out wide, and it's going to be some
That's going to be a hold out wide. He's not going to get in anyway, but we're going to have a hold out wide.
It very sucks for Braxton Elliott because he was just chugging hard.
Yeah,
so.
That was a nice run, but it was negated by the hold. I believe the hold was on whoever was blocking Grayson McCoy because he came upfield and then was spun around completely. So.
And, that's the thing where Grayson's probably about 30 to 40 pounds lighter than the nearest guy he's got.
Yeah.
There.
But does a really nice job of filling in that gap and turning everything back into where the defense is.
And he goes 100 miles an hour, and he's a small piece of flint. Is what I'm going to tell you, and that's all you take. He's definitely a broadhead of an arrow there. He can take somebody out. So they're going to look going that side. And yes, Charles Madden was right. He read his playbook, and Romiger's going to go over. And that was a great coverage if you saw, and I point that out because Charles
is in his linebacker position, pointing where it's going.
And everybody reacts, and hopefully whoever that is down can get up.
That's Charles with a cramp in his calf, I believe.
Okay, he's going to jog off.
As you see him come off,
Yep, and then Van Cleve's going to come on there, and Van Cleve's a kid who's, I've said it again, he's going to have to play some big role next year as a senior. And, he's chugged along here. It's some time for him to try to get out there and do some stuff. All right, here's going to be the motion to that side. It's going to be a quick pitch. And he's going to have a whole slew of blockers. Man, they got McCoy again, but that wasn't called that time. And Landon Pearson and Parker Green bring him down.
Nice job. Going to be 3rd and 10, back to the original line of scrimmage.
4:15 left in the game, 43-0 West Washington over Paoli. As we are standing up because our backs hurt from sitting in the chairs, and we're trying to make it through a long day. These Friday nights are long. I'm glad, though, the scoreboard is definitely in the favor of us tonight.
Correct. 3:56 left to go.
As we look, and Romiger's going to be right behind there now. This is where I think you look. They're going to try something, and they're going to try the pass here. No, it's going to be out to Romiger again, and he had to readjust there, Craig, and I didn't think he was going to get it. The ball comes right to his gut.
Right to his gut, and then readjusts it off to his hip. Going to be 4th and about 4.
Last week, Holden had a play like that where the ball never really got to him. I don't know if you saw it on tape. And he kind of just bounced off his chest. He picks it up and just takes it in for a score. So you see the great players make great plays like that. And it's just, I think it's that eye and hand coordination. You said he was a good basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely has that. So the Senators trying to keep him out of the end zone here. There's 3:08 left. And, man, is Paoli going to get this play off? They do, and it's going to be a pass. And they're going to try to go over the middle, and it's going to be dropped. And actually never got there.
Never got there. Skipped to him. So Senator's going to take over on downs.
And, I mean, that may be all she wrote there.
We've got 2:46 left to go here in the 4th quarter of play.
So Charles is on the sideline there. It looks like he's just getting stretched. I hope that's all it is. So he's getting stretched out. Coach Burke's over him.
Well, and it's one of those, when you're up 43, no real reason for Charles to go back in. We're going to see some backup players get in here.
Yeah, and you see Bowsman back there, and it looks like they may have to run up one play here is what I'm willing to bet. So this may be McFeeters or it's going to be Ken Chase there.
Chase around the edge.
And he's gonna get cut down. Somebody watch some tape on Ken Chase. He's not gonna you're gonna have to adjust to that as you get older, but not a bad run for a freshman there. As a kid who I wish was like a sophomore to help out our receiving corps even more. He's a great kid. He runs hard. He could really do some damage there. And it's going to be 150 left, 43-0 West Washington here. You're listening to West Washington Senator football on West Washington live stream and simulcast on WWSR Radio, the official home of West Washington football. As
Bowsman back to take the snap. Kenton Chase comes across again. That one doesn't go to him. That one's going to go to Roper.
That's actually Ethan Roberts.
Oh, Ethan Roberts. Sorry.
Ethan Roberts there Roper 2.0, I guess you could call him there. He's
Roper's 24, Ethan Roberts 25. That's going to move the chains. That's going to be enough for a first down.
And I think that may ice
I
it
think
there.
we may see some victory formation stuff coming.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything to prove. I see Van Cleve coming in. They might give Roberts one more carry here. Once again, I don't know about the JV game on Monday. We'll have to hit up.
I know that we're not playing Paoli Monday.
Yeah, Paoli devastated by this, the quarantine they've had. And Roberts is going to get another carry, and he's going to just bring it down. And that's something he used to always try to go to the edge, and he is, I've noticed more and more, is willing to come in the middle.
Yep.
And he had a great JV game against Springs Valley where he was a majority of the offense, if not all. And so I like to see the JV getting more shots because they're playing really well, and it really is nice to see them kind of progress.
JV's undefeated, aren't they?
They are right now, yes. Great wins over Providence and I think they might be playing Mitchell, actually. Here you go, and that's Roberts.
That may be true. I think they are playing Mitchell.
And Mitchell would definitely want to play because they lost a varsity game tonight. So anything, and I believe that's going to be all she wrote for us.
Senators going to be able to pull this one out 43-0 over the Rams from Paoli.
Great win here. You look at this and you keep, we hope that we get to Friday night.